I have less than a year until my husband and I are supposed to travel to Pakistan, and my Urdu is still pretty much non-existent. The question in my head is, will I be able to learn enough Urdu in 1 year, in just the span of 1 year? It's definitely making me a bit nervous, but if you are like me and you love to learn languages and you love to pick up languages and have a passion for it, then surely it can't be too hard, right? Hi everybody, it's Maddie. This is a channel where I take on and learn languages I either need to learn or want to learn, and today the focus is on Urdu. For me, it seemed like almost an impossible language to learn. I mean, it's written like Arabic kind of, but it's spoken like Hindi. And in my head, I was like, what? How does that even make sense? Because Arabic and Hindi are in two completely different language families. It didn't make sense to me. Until I started to pick up on some of the grammar, and let me tell you, it made my life a whole lot easier, and especially after learning like why the language is the way it is. Urdu is such a fun language to learn. I don't think I've had this much fun trying to learn a language in a while. It really just brings together multiple elements to create like this beautiful masterpiece of a language. So let's get into it. Buckle up to my Onaija Robinsons and my Pakistani friends alike, because today we are exploring the beautiful Urdu. The first sort of problem that I came across while learning Urdu was that it's written sort of like Arabic, a lot like Arabic, but spoken like Hindi. I was like, what? My mind couldn't wrap my head around it because Arabic and Hindi are in two completely different language families, with Hindi belonging to the Indo-Aryan language family, while Arabic belonging to the Semitic language family. As I was doing more research on the Indo-Aryan language family in general, I came across that nearly all of them, if not all of them, have direct influences from Sanskrit, and also carry these retroflex consonants on the English letters T and D. Retroflex consonants happen when your tongue curls, or is straight or is curled, with your tongue touching the roof of your mouth when you pronounce the consonant. Listen to the difference when I say roti versus roti. You hear that? You hear that? In the second one, I am pushing the tip of my tongue up to the roof of my mouth and creating that space in the back of my mouth. Roti. As far as writing goes, written Urdu right off the bat looks pretty different from Arabic if you're really paying attention. Urdu is written in the Nastaliq? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's written in the Nastaliq script along with Farsi, Kashmiri, and Punjabi. The Nastaliq script, I still don't know if I'm saying that right, I'm so sorry, but it looks more like this cursive thing. It's like if you took standard Arabic and wrote it in cursive. That's kind of what it looks like. But it makes it a lot harder for me to read Urdu and also distinguish between some of the letters. Something that I found to be really helpful in my summer Urdu course was learning the disconnecting letters, or letters that when they occur, no letter directly connects to them. The really cool thing about the disconnecting letters in Urdu is that they literally spell out the word Urdu. I wonder if they did that on purpose, but that's pretty cool. Memorizing where and how Urdu letters connect to each other make it a lot easier to learn how to write, especially if you can memorize the basic rules. I know I've mentioned this a couple of times already. The biggest thing I was curious at first about was, how can the writing system of one language transfer over to another language without there being some sort of major discrepancies in how the language is written or spoken? Because, as I mentioned before, Hindi and Arabic are from two completely different language families. It just didn't make sense to me. And then finally I had sort of a light bulb moment. And honestly, I feel like that light bulb moment should have came to me a long time ago, because it's actually pretty obvious once you start learning to write the language. Urdu and Arabic do not use 100% of the same letters. Duh. Urdu has many letters, from like 39 to 40, while Arabic only has 28. Urdu's borrowed words come from 3 different language families, which are Persian, Arabic, and English. This is why Urdu possesses some words from Arabic influence, but also a lot of the times, like when I hear my husband speaking, he'll throw English words in there, and I think that's pretty cool actually, how you can just throw English words in there and it still makes sense, but that's pretty cool. If everything else about the Urdu language is hard, the one thing making it easy is its basic sentence structure. Urdu follows a subject-object-verb basic sentence structure similar to that of Japanese, Korean, and Turkish, We'll use Japanese in this example. Similarly to how Japanese puts desu at the end of a sentence to signify the being of something or someone, for example, watashi wa kashikoi desu, or I am smart, Urdu does a similar thing with the example of me hoshiar hun. Sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. Literally, that sentence means me smart am, or I am smart. Both of these languages have the ending particle at the end of the sentence to determine the state of being of a person or object. And it made learning Urdu a lot easier for me once I was able to make this connection. So I'm going to try to form a basic sentence in Urdu using the SOV, or subject-object-verb, sentence structure. Let's say my name is Madeline. The subject is me or my. The object is my name. And to indicate that Madeline is my name, we can put hai at the end of the sentence. So the full sentence would be Mera naam Madeline hai. And that's how the basic sentence structure of Urdu works. It really is that simple. Overall, I am just so grateful, alhamdulillah, to have a husband who is able to teach me some of these things, because there's not a whole lot of good resources online to learn Urdu, at least not that I've found. So I'm just really grateful to have my husband who is able to give me that input so I can store it in my brain. And then use these grammar structures and words later. Really, it's just been a matter of me needing to stick with it and keep trying. Sometimes it gets discouraging because, like I said, there's this lack of resources, authentic resources, I should say. It makes it a little discouraging sometimes when I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. But as with any language, consistent practice really makes a difference. And if I can stick with the practice, then in 1 year, I'll be able to hopefully make some conversational Urdu to communicate with my in-laws in Pakistan. I'm so excited already, even though it's a whole year away, but I'm still so excited. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next video.